The idea of Earth as a globe wasn't always common knowledge. For centuries, people thought the Earth was flat, and mapmakers relied mostly on myths and rough guesses. Then came the Renaissance, a time when explorers set sail to uncover the unknown. Thanks to brave figures like Magellan, who first circled the Earth, and Leonardo da Vinci, whose sharp mind shaped early mapmaking, the world became a little clearer. But what drove these explorers to push boundaries? How did they transform wild seas and unknown lands into maps with real detail? And how did their discoveries shape how we understand geography today? Join us as we explore how these explorers took on the unknown and laid the foundation for the maps we all use today. During the Renaissance, curiosity and the urge to explore grew like never before. People were asking big questions. What else is out there? Could there be other lands, other resources, or maybe even new routes to known places? These questions were fueled by several reasons. For one, European countries wanted to find faster and more profitable ways to trade with Asia. At the time, spices, silk, and other goods came through long, tough land routes controlled by different empires, making trade costly and slow. Another reason was the spread of new ideas. Renaissance thinkers encouraged learning and the discovery, and soon, maps and knowledge of the world seemed outdated. Explorers were driven to learn more about Earth's shape, the vast seas and unknown lands. Plus, advances in shipbuilding and the navigation tools like the compass and astrolabe made long sea voyages possible. This is where explorers like Magellan stepped in. They took on incredible risks and ventured into the unknown to change what we knew about our planet. So who was Magellan? He was one of the most famous explorers of this era. In 1519, he set out on a voyage that no one had ever dared before, to sail all the way around the world. His goal was to find a westward route to the Spice Islands, now part of Indonesia, by crossing the Atlantic and going beyond what was known at the time. Magellan faced countless challenges, from harsh weather and deadly waters to tensions with his own crew. Yet, he kept pushing forward. Magellan's journey proved two major things. First, he confirmed that the Earth was indeed round, not flat as many still believed. By going all the way around, his journey put a solid stamp on the idea of Earth as a globe. Second, he showed just how vast the world truly was. The journey took nearly 3 years, covering an unimaginable distance for that time, and included discovering what's now called the Strait of Magellan in South America. Although Magellan himself didn't survive the entire journey, his crew completed the trip, marking the first circumnavigation of the Earth. This journey inspired new maps and showed other explorers what was possible. Leonardo da Vinci may not have sailed across oceans, but his contributions to cartography were just as groundbreaking. Known for his genius in art, science, and invention, Leonardo applied his skills to create maps that were highly detailed and visually precise. Unlike many map makers of his time who relied on guesswork, Leonardo used mathematics and close observation to improve map accuracy. He even brought in a new way of thinking about maps, focusing on scale and perspective so that maps could be more practical. One of Leonardo's unique approaches was his use of bird's eye view in maps. Instead of showing land in flat, unclear layouts, Leonardo's map showed the landscape as if seen from above, making it easier for viewers to understand the layout of cities and terrain. For example, his map of the town of Imola in Italy was one of the first to use this approach and became known for its accuracy and artistry. Besides visual techniques, Leonardo also worked on understanding Earth's physical features, studying rivers, mountains, and coastlines with the curiosity of a scientist. His work paved the way for cartography to be more than just practical. It became an art form. His work on mapmaking helped shape the field, encouraging future mapmakers to focus on accuracy and detail. During the Renaissance, explorers relied on some crucial tools and techniques to help them find their way across vast, unknown oceans. The magnetic compass, for example, was a game changer, showing navigators the direction they were headed even when they were far from land. Another tool, the astrolabe, helped sailors measure the position of the stars, which made it easier to determine their latitude at sea. Ships themselves also improved, becoming stronger and more suited for long voyages. The caravel, a small but fast ship, had a design that allowed it to sail closer to the wind, making it perfect for exploring. Sailors learned to read wind patterns and ocean currents, which helped them plan more efficient routes. Together, these tools and skills turned impossible journeys into real adventures and allowed explorers to travel further and map more accurately than ever before. European exploration during the Renaissance brought both progress and serious consequences. On one hand, the age of exploration led to incredible advancements in knowledge. Europeans learned about new lands, plants, animals, and even cultures, all of which helped grow science and trade. New routes brought spices, gold, and other goods that were once rare and expensive, boosting Europe's economy and opening the door to even more exploration and mapping. But there was also a darker side. As European explorers mapped and claimed new territories, they often encountered indigenous peoples who suffered greatly as a result. Many were forced off their land, and diseases brought by Europeans wiped out entire communities that had no immunity to them. Colonization and exploitation became common as explorers were often backed by powerful countries seeking wealth and control over new lands. This mix of progress and exploitation reshaped the world in many ways. While the exploration era expanded human knowledge, it also led to long-lasting impacts, many of which are still felt today. Thanks to the daring voyages and innovations of Renaissance explorers, we now have a much clearer picture of our world. The maps and navigation techniques they developed laid the groundwork for modern cartography and global exploration. Their journeys inspired more discoveries that still guide us today. Renaissance explorers and mapmakers didn't just give us new maps, they changed how we see ourselves in the world and showed us that there's always more to explore. And that's how Renaissance explorers helped map the world as we know it. If you enjoyed this journey into history, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the past. We will keep on covering more of the stories from history that shaped our world, so stay tuned for our upcoming video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.